Welcome to the AI for Career Success podcast by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. This is episode 150. I'm Fred.
And I'm Daphne. It's great to be here.
So today we're tackling something I think almost every professional using AI has run into. It's that weird moment when you're talking to a chatbot and it just feels like it has absolutely no manners.
Right. No social graces whatsoever. It might contradict you, critique your work, and it does it without, any of the softening language we humans use.
Exactly, and we're going to explore why that happens. This was actually suggested by our producer, Curt Robbins, based on a really sharp article.
It's by Elsa Sklavounou, titled No Manners, GPT, and the Devil's Advocate. It was published on LinkedIn back on December 23, 2025.
And our goal today is to really unpack this. We want to show you why this seeming lack of manners isn't a bug you have to deal with.
It's actually a feature, a powerful one if you learn how to leverage it in your career.
Okay, so let's start with the basic observation from the article. GPT systems are incredibly fluent, right? Their grammar is perfect, their vocabulary is huge.
Oh, absolutely. They sound human, but they're missing those emotional instincts that really guide our conversations. And that's what we perceive as rudeness or, no manners.
It's like there's this invisible architecture in human conversation that the AI is completely unaware of.
That's a perfect way to put it. We're constantly filtering what we say, constantly. And it happens for a few key reasons.
So what's the first filter?
The first one is pretty simple. Social norms. We just know you don't talk about certain things in certain situations. You don't bring up your wild weekend plans in a formal board meeting.
Right, you avoid being inappropriate to keep the social order. Makes sense.
The second one is emotional empathy. We think about how our words will make the other person feel.
So if my colleague just bombed a presentation, I'm probably not going to lead with, well, your third slide was a complete mess.
Exactly. Even if it's true, you'd hold back. You prioritize the relationship over just dumping the raw, unfiltered truth on them.
And the third filter seems like the biggest one in a professional setting.
For sure. It's self-preservation. Am I going to get in trouble for saying this? If I challenge my boss's idea, will that hurt my chances for a promotion?
It's that fear of losing status or, just making people not like you. That's maybe the most powerful filter we have.
It is. So you take all of that, our social norms, our empathy, our fear, and you put it next to how a GPT model works, and they're just worlds apart.
Because the AI has none of that. No ego to protect, no feelings to worry about, no fear of getting fired.
Nothing. It's a pattern machine. Its only job is to give you the most likely relevant text based on its training. It follows its rules, and that's it. It's pure function.
So if it learned from thousands of, say, legal arguments, that a good argument always includes a counter-argument.
It's going to give you the counter-argument. It has no little voice inside saying, hey, wait, this might sound a bit harsh to the user.
And that's where we get that feeling that it's out of sync with us.
Yeah.
It's not being rude on purpose.
It's the absence of that social fear that we live and breathe every single day.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Curt Robbins.
Hi, this is Curt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the AI for Career Success podcast.
Okay, so before the break, we established that AI's bluntness comes from a lack of social fear, not malice. Now, how do we turn that into a career advantage?
This is where it gets really useful. We have to start seeing the AI's tendency to play the devil's advocate not as a problem, but as a tool.
Because it's a pattern it learned from all that high-quality academic and philosophical text it was trained on. Questioning assumptions is a sign of rigor.
Exactly. And for you, the working professional, this creates what we could call productive friction. And that has some huge benefits.
What was the first one?
Intellectual honesty. I mean, think about it. We all get attached to our own ideas. We get confirmation bias.
Oh, definitely. You bring an idea to your team, and they might be too polite to really tear it apart.
But the AI won't be. You can give it your brand new strategy and ask, what are the 3 biggest flaws in this plan? And it will tell you, bluntly, It's stress test your thinking before you're in front of the board.
That's incredibly valuable. A way to find the holes in your own logic.
And that leads to the second benefit. Creativity and problem solving. Real innovation doesn't come from everyone agreeing. It comes from friction, from debating different points of view.
So when the AI contradicts your idea,
It's not an attack on you. It's an invitation to build a stronger, more resilient solution. It might even suggest a path that a human colleague would think is too weird or too out there to even bring up.
because it has no fear of sounding ridiculous.
None at all. And then there's the third benefit, which is huge. Safety and harm reduction.
You mean in fields like engineering or finance?
Yeah, exactly. And imagine you're finalizing a big project. You can tell the AI, act as our biggest critic, find every possible thing that could go wrong. It becomes a premortem, finding fatal flaws before they become real-world disasters.
But we have to admit, there's a big friction point here for the user. This devil's advocate role only works when you're looking for that kind of rigor.
Absolutely. If you're having a bad day and you're just looking for some validation or support,
And the AI hits you with, well, logically, have you considered that you might be the problem?
yeah, that feels awful. It's cold and dismissive. And that's that mismatch we talked about. Your intent is emotional, but the machine's response is purely analytical.
So this all points to a new kind of skill we need to develop, a sort of AI conversation literacy.
Exactly. You have to learn how to guide it. The first step is just a mental shift. When the AI challenges you, remember, it's not a personal attack.
It's a structural feature. It's just doing what it was designed to do.
Right. And if you want something different, if you need politeness or empathy, you have to tell it. You have to explicitly instruct it to adopt that tone.
So you could say, explain this to me like a supportive coach. Or, on the other hand, critique this proposal like our most ruthless competitor.
Yes. You become the director of the conversation. And that's the ultimate value. You get this intellectual freedom to explore ideas without any of the social baggage.
It's the ultimate antidote to groupthink, isn't it? That situation where everyone in a meeting knows an idea is bad, but nobody wants to be the one to say it.
But the AI will say it every time. It has no ego, no tribal instinct. It just analyzes. We need to start seeing it as a sparring partner.
A sparring partner that makes our own thinking sharper. If you can defend your idea against a machine with no emotional bias,
Then you know your idea is actually strong. You're not just getting by on office politics or charisma.
So to this all together, the main takeaway really is that GPTs don't have no manners.
They have no social fear, and that's a profoundly different thing.
And learning to use that lack of fear is the real lesson here for any professional. It's about understanding that profound difference the article points out.
Right. AI says what it predicts is useful. Humans say what society permits.
And getting comfortable navigating that gap, that's how you get a real cognitive edge in your career.
It's a whole new way of collaborating, and it pushes us to be sharper, more honest thinkers.
Thank you for listening to the AI for Career Success podcast from Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.